That's not your fault, by the way, unless you're Al Gore and you invented the internet. I did. Mr. Gore! Mr. Gore, hello! Mr. Gore, do you ever think about how you changed the trajectory of the Western world by resigning the 2000 election even though you won? You resigned in a winning position? What's your presidential ELO? Like 550? It's just embarrassing, man. Oh, we're just having fun. Everybody relax. You can't say that. How was he supposed to stand up to the specter of the Supreme Court? Buddy, I just wanted to say something to make people upset. Chat's fighting. Godzilla meme, let them fight. You should take my opinion on the 2000 presidential election seriously, because I was 11 when it happened. So I've got very vivid memories, and I exclusively watched my local news in Ontario's coverage of it, so I think I've got a pretty good overview of the situation. How do Canadians know so much about American politics when Americans know nothing about Canadian politics? I'm going to give you 0.5 seconds to come up with the reason, and I have complete confidence that you're going to get it. How is it possible that Albanians know so much about American movies, but Americans know literally nothing about Albanian movies? How is it possible that people in England know so much about Japanese food, but people in Japan know nothing about British food? Because American politics is better, American movies are better, and Japanese food is better. It's that simple. So true. Me when I say something that's false and such as, anyway, well, it's true, the food is probably better. No disrespect to England. No disrespect to England. I mean, I went to some pretty good restaurants when I was in London. I don't know if you know a little place called Weatherspoons. They got some pretty good fish and chips there. While we're recycling old bits, can I tell you my favorite, at the time it's my least favorite, but now it's my favorite thing about England? Went to England for a week for a media event and then spun it into like a couple extra days of vacation. Came back and said, "Why England like invented beer? Why is the beer there so bad?" And they said, "Oh, the beer is bad, but the ales are good." And I said, "Oh, is that my I would go to like a restaurant and be like, "What beers do you have?" And they would be like, "We have Carling." And I'd be like, "Oh, I guess I'll take a Carling." And there people in England with a straight face in Twitch chat were like, "Oh, you have to ask for the ale list." If you ask for the ale list, there's all sorts of great stuff. But beer, no, that's your problem. You've got to ask for ale. My mistake, sorry. If you live in England, I'm not saying like, you know, fuck you. I'm just saying like, that's messed up. It's very confusing. Explain Canadian bacon? That's an American thing. Canadian bacon, I'm not going to say if you walked into a Canadian grocery store, you would never see Canadian bacon. All I'm going to say is that we don't really do Canadian bacon here. There's bacon, and then there's like back bacon, and there's female bacon, and there's ham. But there's not, like, I never really bought Canadian bacon from a grocery store.